Hello and welcome to Baraka Prime Properties, where we turn dreams into homes. So today we are going to tackle a very important topic that many investors might ask themselves, that should we buy through installment or should we pay outright? I have my co-host today and I would like her to introduce herself.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my good people. Inalingana na what the time you're watching this video. I go by the name Rosemary, the realtor, and today we are going to talk about installment versus outright purchase. I know from here you're going to learn something and you're going to make a better decision as a future investor. Welcome.
Okay, if you are there, you are planning to invest in land, this episode is very important to you. And I will start, Rosemary.
Yes.
So, why do you think many buyers today are torn between paying portrait and paying via installment?
The main reason is this. Many don't understand the difference between installment and the outright payment method. So, for this one, let's start by analyzing what is installment payment plan and what is outright payment plan. So for the installment payment plan, this means where you deposit either the 30% of the whole amount or 50% of the whole amount, then the remaining balance you pay it in small chunks where you decide if you're going to pay weekly or monthly. And most of the company, you find that they have a payment plan maybe of 6 months, some 3 months, some 1 year, you know. And for the installment, they have an interest. And interest means an additional fee that comes beyond the initial buying price. So for the outright, that's where you pay in cash. You know, you can decide to deposit the money via the bank or you give it via cash. But as long as you have paid the whole amount, so that's what we call the outright purchase, where you pay the whole amount. And for the outright, it comes with some benefits like you might get a discount. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Rosemary. Are there any misconception between the outright purchase and also the installment payment?
For the installments, one, as I have said, you are going to pay some additional fees, which are called the interest. So for investors, before you invest, you're supposed to know that if you decide to pay via installment, you know that there are fees that you're going to pay. For the outright, there are no fees. Yes, so that's the misconceptions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for letting our investors know mostly what lingers in the minds of those people who are wishing to get land. Yeah, maybe they will wish me I can get the land via. Maybe when I get the full amount, that's when I'll get the land. But when I have small amount, I will not go get the land because of this and this and this. Those are the misconceptions. Maybe the land will be hyped or so on and so on. And thank you so much for that point, Madam Rosemary. So how do you think, like, land ownership, is it accessible? Is it more accessible to people who are paying via the installment or via those people who are paying outright payment?
One thing, when a person decides to own a piece of land, it's always a process, you know. Some might have the whole amount and some might not have the whole amount. And that's where there comes in the difference between installment purchase and the outright purchase. So for me, I would like to encourage an investor out there, if you don't have the whole amount, just know that there is an option called installment purchase, you know, where you deposit the amount that you have and then the remaining balance, you come to the office, you decide with the office, I'm going to pay it this way. And if you have a cash flow, it is actually better for you because you're going to plan about the money that you earn monthly and the money that you can deposit. So there is no big difference between people who can purchase the land via cash or via installment, because at last we say land ownership is title deed, and at the end of it, everyone will get a title deed. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And for the first time buyers, which choice can you suggest to them?
For the first time buyers, I would like to encourage them. If you don't have the whole amount, don't pressure yourself that much. Go talk with the company. But if you have the whole amount, if you have the whole cash, go to the office, tell them to give you the title, do your searches and everything, and then find a good lawyer, sign the concept, and later make title transfer. So if you don't have the whole amount, you can opt into the installment, but make sure you have done your search so that you can acquire a legit property.
Yes. Thank you. And what are the advantages of paying outright? Like a client can say, you're selling land in Gekomari at 995,000.
Yes.
I will bring the whole 995,000 instead of paying via installment. So what are some of the advantages that this client, you might instill to this client, that through that he or she will say, let me go outright payment?
For the outright clients, one, they usually get a discount.
Okay.
For us, we are going to give you a 5% discount of the whole amount. So for the outright, one thing you're supposed to know that most of the project you'll get a discount.
Okay.
Second thing, title transfer, the process starts immediately after you have paid in cash. Okay. If you have paid today, just know that the process will start that right time. Okay. You know, that's the second thing. The third thing, you're going to be a landowner in a very faster way since you have paid in cash. So in less than a month, you're already a landowner who has his or her own title deed. Yes, those are the advantages.
Okay, thank you. So it means saving up the full amount is the smartest move that you can advise your potential client.
Yes, I would advise them to have the full payments, to even to emit some of the interest charges, you know, that comes with payment in installments, and also to, you know, when you pay in cash, hauna zile stress mingi. Ati kuna monthly installment nafaa kulipa mahali. It's you pay and you be a landowner immediately.
Okay, thank you. So for the installment, for those clients who are choosing to pay via installment, it means there are interest charges included.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, let me give an example. Like for our project in Gekomari, when you pay in cash, you are going to pay a total of 995,000. When you pay by installment, you'll pay a total of 1,090,000 shillings. You'll see there are some charges which have incurred. So for the installment customers, just know that there is in some charges, the fees, and that's what you are calling installments. Yes.
Okay, thank you. What happens when a client who has already maybe paid and is paying via installment basis defaults or delays in making his or her payments?
As I've said earlier, if you had not communicated with the management, there's some extra charges, the penalties that comes with the default. Okay. So you are going to have penalties, and those penalties, they are also extra charges. Okay. Yeah, they have penalties if they don't communicate.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good review, yeah? Yeah. For the company. So for the outright purchase, yeah? When you choose to pay outright, so which are some of the financial maybe stress or risk will you have eliminated by choosing the outright purchase? One,
you will not have interest.
Okay.
When you pay cash, no interest. Secondly, you'll not have the thing of like you incur penalties in this and that and everything. No. It's something that is not stressful at all. It's you pay, like I've said, when you pay cash, it's equal to land ownership. Okay. Yes. You pay cash equal to land ownership and it's equal to title deed. Yes, you get your title. So you'll not have the installment charges, you'll not have the penalties, you'll not have the so many calls and messages reminding you that you're supposed to pay this money at this particular time. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So during the installment payment, yeah, this is for clients who choose to pay via installment.
Yeah.
Who is the owner of the title deeds? Who holds ownership of the title deed?
When you decide to pay via installment, the title deed, it's always on the seller's name.
Okay.
But when you complete paying the whole installment, that's when the title transfer process starts. So to investors, by the way, I know most of you are always confused in this. When you're paying via installment, the title deed name, it's always on the seller's name. But in conclusion, that's where the title deed transfer starts, from the seller's name now to your name, investor. Yeah.
Okay, and at what point does the transfer takes place? At what point?
Once the investor have finished paying the installment.
Okay.
Once the installments have been paid fully, then the transfer starts immediately.
And for Baraka Prime Properties, when does transfer starts?
Once you finish paying the whole amount.
Okay.
And the title deed transfer process, it takes a maximum of 3 days.
Okay.
Yes, a maximum of 3 days.
And other than the installment that you have paid, are there any other additional charges that Baraka Prime charges to our clients for title transfer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you pay some extra charges that are incurred maybe in the land processing, title transfer. Okay. And then from there, you get your title.
Okay, for that one, yeah, I understand. We usually pay the 4% for stamp duty.
Yes, because the money for stamp duty.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very good. It's good that our investors should know that we don't charge anything. It's just that maybe the government, during the transfer, the government says that we should pay 4% for stamp duty, which is very good. Yeah. Yes. Are there risks if the buyer doesn't complete payments?
Yes.
Okay.
One, as I had said earlier, completion in payment, it's equal to land ownership, which is equal to title deed. So that means if you're not going to pay the whole amount of money, you're not the owner of the property. Thus, you'll not be given the title deed.
Okay.
Yes. So for you to get the title deed, you're supposed to pay the whole amount.
Okay.
Yes.
And which option between outright and installment makes the buyer to benefit for land appreciation? Which is the most beneficial? Maybe choice that maybe the client may choose, I'll pay via outright or I'll pay via installment. In case the land appreciates, which one benefits more?
Obviously it's the outright option. Since one, you paid the land via cash, and the best part of it, you got what do you call it? You got what do we call it?
Okay.
A discount.
Okay.
So when the land appreciates, you will get more. You'll do your calculations, you know.
Yes. So if the land value increases while you are paying for the land, you'll also benefit more. Maybe let's say, for example, you know, in the sales agreement, I understand that everything is stipulated, is well stipulated there, the payment terms, the price, the sales price, etc. So if you continue, if the land appreciates, maybe that place had no well access road, maybe, and a tarmac is placed there, so you'll benefit. So while paying in cash, you'll really benefit. You can even sell that land at double the price. Sure. Within just maybe 2-3 months, depending on the development that has been instilled in that area. That's a very good option while choosing to invest in land. Okay, the biggest advantages of buying land via installment. What can you tell our investors?
The biggest advantages of buying land in installment. Okay. One, you can acquire very expensive properties since you are given time to pay the whole amount. If you don't have the whole amount, you can decide to pay in installment and acquire your dream property. So don't pressure yourself. don't be so stressful about whatever you want to acquire. As long as you have some of the money to deposit the whole amount, and then you're going to finish the remaining amount in the time duration that you have agreed with the management. That's the major
Okay.
the major reason and the major advantage of paying via installments.
Okay.
The second thing, you might get a company where the installments are interest free. So you're going to pay for the whole amount, though they will be interest free.
Okay.
So that's another advantage. The third advantage is you'll get enough time, not pressured by anyone, not pressured by anything. Thus, you're going to repay the whole amount the way you want. Yes, that's another advantage.
Great. And what can you advise a young professional? Maybe he or she has entered into a career right now, and maybe he or she is wishing about land investment. What advice can you give him or her?
I would like to advise them. One, land is what do you call them? It's an asset. Land appreciates. So don't feel like you're worrying about investing on land or anything. Always remember, land appreciates. And as long as you have done your search, as long as you have done everything, and it has shown that the property you are acquiring, it's legit, invest, invest, invest.
Okay, in one sentence, tell our investors something that you may wish to summarize.
One thing I would like to tell the investors is paperwork is everything. Title deed, it's equal to ownership, and don't just buy land. Secure a title deed. Thank you.
Thank you for joining Baraka Prime Podcast. And if this episode was very helpful to you, kindly share it with someone. If there's someone who wishes to buy land, let them come to Baraka Prime. We sell prime lands. Thank you.
In real estate, smart investors don't wait for growth. They position themselves before it happens. Welcome to Ufanisi Code 3, a premium gated community located in Ruiru, Mogotha, just 7 minutes from Thika Road. This is where accessibility meets long-term value. Each plot measures a generous 50 by 100 feet set on rich red soil, ideal for immediate development and strong foundations. Surrounded by a well-developed neighborhood, Ufanisi Code 3 offers both security and confidence for serious investors. At 4.9 million, you're not just buying land, you're securing space in a growing, high-potential corridor with rising demand and excellent connectivity. Ufanisi Code 3 is more than a project. It's a strategic move, a secure investment, a future you can build on. Ufanisi Code 3, invest where growth is already happening. Baraka Prime Properties. We turn your dreams